This is one of the most valuable 360 moments that has happened in my life, and I like to believe that this made my life easier, makes navigating life easier, made it easier for me. Okay. I started identifying as a free spirit. Free spirit in the sense that I believe that every religion is correct. Every religion. I do not discriminate. I don't do that. I believe that every religion is correct. Every idea, every practice, every theory, every scientific find is correct. They are all correct. They were all an idea that was constructed for a reason. And we all know that for every idea, for every label, for every construct, there's always a believer. So in all religion, there are believers in those religion. Name it. Even the ones that most of you have not heard of, they have believers. And this life, whatever it is that you believe in, works for you. So that is why I like to identify as a free spirit, because every idea ever created will work for somebody, and that's just it, full stop. But then this is a 360 moment that happened, okay, in my life, that has made life easier, like made navigating this life easier for me. Everybody comes into this life as a free spirit, an empty vessel, no labels yet. They don't even understand what is happening in the world that they've come into. They are yet to be taught, on how to think, believe, and stuff. They are yet to be taught. So they come into this life as an empty vessel, free spirit. And that is what I came into this life as: free spirit, empty vessel, nothing. Okay, I wasn't attached to nothing. Now, the environment I found myself, first of all, Africa. I found myself in Africa, in Nigeria, from the east, Igbo. And if you look at the thread that I just created, Africa, Nigeria, East, you know that a lot of people from that side are Christians. Eastern people from Nigeria, west, partly west, south, they are mostly Christians. So that is the environment that I found myself, and that is the religion that I was indoctrinated into. If I did not come into that particular family, if I came from the north, I would have been a Muslim. Or if I didn't even come from Nigeria, I came from Asia, I would have been something else. So I just want you to understand what I'm about to say. So I came into a Christian home, and I was indoctrinated into that particular religion. Everything about it is what I started living my life with. Now, I got to the age 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. See those age, that particular age gap, that's from that age 14, 15 to 20 something. I didn't actually put label on things. Like, I did not judge people based on religion. I did not look at people based on religion. I did not even give two fucks about labels. I was just trying to survive my life. So I was practically doing anything that needed to be done for me to be able to survive. And I did a lot. I did a lot of things that my religion was against, but then I did them because I needed to survive. So at that moment in my life, I didn't really identify as a Christian, even though I did go to church and I did some of those things. I did not like my emotion or my mental framework was not tied to it. Like I didn't judge people based on that. They had their rules, they had their regulation. I did not use that to judge people because I knew that people needed to survive. I knew that we were all trying to survive. So when people do things, I just look over it, I look away, or I just don't care. Okay. And then I also was partaking in some other things that my religion wouldn't agree to. But then along the line, when I got to the age 25, 26, 27, 28, I went back to my religion because at that moment in my life, I started to just slow down to understand what life was all about. Like a lot was happening and I did not understand. I was like lost, and I needed to really have like an understanding of what is happening, on an understanding of what this life was all about. Like I just needed a clarity. Like that was it. I needed clarity. So I took a step backward, and the first thing that I did when taking a step backward was to go back to my religion and fully embrace it and really understand the religion that I was indoctrinated into, because I wanted to use it as a lens to navigate life, or to look at life as a lens for life, or as a whatever, a guide to navigate my life. Okay. So I went back to religion. As soon as I went back to religion, I became judgmental. I became judgmental. Like I went from somebody that didn't care about labels, didn't judge people, didn't, and I went to, like I became somebody that now judged, and almost everything was a sin. Like when I see people do things, I'm like, no matter what you're trying to do or survive, you shouldn't be doing this kind of thing. You shouldn't. I started being judgmental. And when I became judgmental, that is when I started understanding life. Like that's when I started seeing who I became based on that particular religion, because I've gone back to religion now, and now I was using it as my lens, as I was using it as my guide, and it started limiting me in so many ways. In fact, financially, I became really broke, because if you decide to go along with religious rule, especially Christianity, there are so many things that you'll not be doing, and there are so many things that you just be wasting your time on. Like this is facts. I'm not trying to criticize. Religion is not a bad thing. It's just one of the ways that we humans, one of the things that we developed or constructed to use in navigating life, is just one of the tools. But that particular tool was not working for me. I realized that it limited me in so many ways, and it limited my creativity, it limited my source of income, it limited so many things. I became really financially broke, and then I was like, no, I need to understand what is happening again. And that brought me to the fact that energy is what we are. Okay, every other thing that we have created, every other word that we have created and we have gone under that particular banner, does not stop the fact that we are energy, and infinite energy for that matter. Okay, unlimited. Now, whatever banner we go under, whatever label we put ourselves under, is going to restrict or limit us, because those are just words, okay, that we created. And they do not stop us from being an infinite being. It does not stop us from being like, it does not stop us from being unlimited. Do you get? It doesn't. And when I got to that particular realization, and I realized that, oh, religion is just an umbrella, or a compass, or a construct, or an idea that anyone can choose intentionally to use to navigate their life. But it is not the general truth, okay? It is just part of it. It is just a quarter or a fraction of it, or whatever. There are other truths in this world, and we all can all exist. All these ideas, all these truths can all exist, and however we choose to use it is going to determine how our reality will look like. Okay, if you decide to use any of this religion to limit yourself, you're going to experience a limited reality. And that is why I chose to be free spirited, because now I want my reality to be.